Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Now we are starting here at the goods factory in Downham Market. This is Downham Market, right? I think this is Downham Market. Certainly isn't Croydon. No, Downham Market. And in the last video, part of what we did was build this new platform and this new section here, which is going out towards the north, or in this case the northwest, but will eventually end up going north. In fact, I think it's more west-northwest, but anyway, that is beside the point. So there is a railway now going out where it should be able to supply some amount of goods to what I'm hoping to become, or hoping will become, a distribution yard of some sort. Not just for goods from here, but from other places, and just maybe it could just end up being a really nice yard where there's going to be a lot of activity, and more importantly, it is going to help distribute the freight across the entire map, or at least one of perhaps two distribution yards. So in this video I'm going to start looking at building said distribution yard. We have to find a suitable location for it, which I was thinking somewhere around Berwick-upon-Tweed. I'm going to revisit that and think about it, pros and cons, run you guys through what I'm thinking, and then once I've figured out a suitable location, I'm going to start building it. So make sure you stay tuned, and hopefully this goes well. A distribution yard would be rather interesting, I think, and it is something that I think I may have never ever done in Transport Fever before, full stop. I'm not sure I've ever done a distribution yard. Just thinking. No, I don't think I have. Well, there you go. This is going to be a first. Make sure you stay tuned. Okay, first things first is distribution yard location. Now, as I said, if I'm looking at Berwick-upon-Tweed, the middle of the map is actually right here. This is, in fact, well, actually, specifically, I believe this point here is roughly the middle of the map. This point right about, just going to point it out, there. That point there is the middle of the map. So I'll see what I'll do. Let's stick something down here just to mark that we know that this is the middle of the map. Something that looks so out of place. You cannot mistake it for anything else. That will do. Okay. So about there. And about, I think it's there. Come on. I can just zoom in a little bit more. Why I'm doing this, there's no real reason, but right there. There you go. Middle of the map. Cannot really see without anything, but just in case we ever want to refer to it again, that there is a middle of the map. So, since that is the middle of the map, it's a perfect place for a distribution yard. Now, in the last video, I was thinking maybe this is a good idea to have it here. Then I thought to myself, what if the passenger lines went through a distribution yard where on one side it's actually filling up coal, on the other side is an actual distribution yard? And the reason I'll say that is because we have an opportunity to build a road along here which could also supply various different places. So there are multiple ways we could get freight out, and then if I built a road along there, that would connect to this road, and we are going to have a lot that we can do. So the distribution yard is going to end up in this forest. I think that is the best place for it. Obviously, it means part of the forest is going to go, but have no fear, I am going to plan on replanting trees in various different places. Now, the only thing I have to be aware of is that there is a river going through this that I've not yet put in. So that is going to change things quite significantly. So let's get started. Let's figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. So we'll start off with a basic freight station. I think that's a good place to start. And we'll just put the station. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at distribution yards across the UK. I know where excuse me, I've got a slight tickly throat. I think I know where there's a distribution yard. I think I know where there's a distribution yard. That might be for lorries though, not railways. There's a rail freight place. I've seen it. I've seen markings for it. But I'm not exactly sure where it goes. Now that's Ford. That's not going to help. Is this it? This is... Okay, there are railways here. Here we go. So, there are railways. Yes, and this is definitely a distribution yard of quite some stature, actually. This is a huge distribution yard. And it does go... Wait, is that... Oh, no, that's not the passenger railway, is it? Where does the passenger railway end up? Passenger railway goes there. Disappears out there and comes up on the side of the yard. Okay, so there is a link. There is definitely a link between... There we go. I can see a link here between a passenger railway and this said distribution yard. That's a difficult word to say today. Distribution. I don't know why that's so difficult. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Well, I think one of the things I need to do is I need to understand that the yard is going to be built after this. Certainly needs to be a massive yard. I would like to have had curved platforms for it. But since that is not going to be possible, what I could think of doing is having... Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. So, if I do... Oh, this could be a... I'm just thinking this could actually be a really bad place for a distribution yard. It may not be large enough. Right. Let's plan this out. I'm just going to say we run one from here. I just need to start looking at configuring these. No, just tracks. Just tracks, please. Let's say you won't be able to do more than 30 through this. Right, so that was 320. 360, 400, 440, 480, 520, 560, 600, 640, 680, 720, 760, 800. We could have 800-meter platforms here. I wonder how big would a freight train in the UK be? Because I know in the United States they get rather large. I'm just thinking, how large would they be in the UK? I'm trying to think about how many freight trains I've seen. I'd say, I think I'm just trying to think how many. So normally you end up with them being about 600 meters, maybe. I'm just trying to think of how long a train would be. I know in the United States they're a couple of miles long, but certainly here they're only maybe 2,000 feet, I guess. So what we'll do is we'll say that no train is going to be longer than, let's say no train shall be longer than ever. So that was 320, 360, 400, 440, 80, 520, 560, 600, 640. Should we say 640 meters? No train will ever be longer than that. So that is going to very well be our length of the platform. And of course, are we going to have trains this long at this moment in time? Probably not. So we could just bring this down for now, but we have the plan. So the idea is this entire thing will eventually become some sort of rail distribution yard. That's the theory. So let's go ahead and build. Let's build in some platforms and some 30-mile-per-hour tracks. So I think a 320-meter platform length is reasonable for now. So we'll have that and that. Could we have a through platform, or should we do? I'm just thinking, how would they get things across platform to platform normally? I guess in reality they would just stop the train, and you just have the train there, and then they would just unload whatever's on said platform. So really what I should do is just to make this seem, that's a passenger platform, isn't it? Yeah. No. This will do. And yes, I am going to change out the other side as soon as I've got this little bit figured out. So let's do that. Then should we have a double? I think let's do a double. And then back to some track, which is going to be, as I said, the 30-mile-per-hour track. We'll clean any trees that are misbehaving as and when they come along. I'll just use the eraser tool in the asset menu to get rid of those. So if we do that, right, that's 3 platforms right now that we have. Oh, why didn't I do these? Sloped end? I wish I knew that. Wait, surely that's not been there for this whole time. No way. Oh, well, if that has, that's going to be really horrible. These are very... What is that noise? These are very low platforms. I'll try these and then I'll just see what they are like afterwards. So, 3 platforms, distribution yard, like so. And then what I'd like to do is I'd like to have a, say, a 40-mile-per-hour track. Just run it parallel for now. I know there's a better way to do this now that I've got the tool, but I'm just going to run that. And I think, should I have one more? There. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's demolish these ones, leaving only, well, that's a lot of why is that in such tiny sections? That's a new one. Well, that's going to be annoying. All these tiny sections everywhere. So we demolish that one. Leave the 3. So you have 2 and then a potential 3rd pass through? Maybe? That's what I'm thinking. Also, let's just clear this out whilst we are here. There we go. So it looks like that. That's the yard at the moment. Where would it come from? Well, this is one of the places it would be coming along. This has to be 2-track. The road is way too close for 4. I might be able to squeeze 4 there. Let me just have a quick look. 3, 4. Yeah, you might just be able to squeeze 4 and adjust the right of way just a little to get around that. I would then say after this crossing, so this would really need to come over the other side. After this crossing is where it would open up and go into where it needed to, which would be over here. That also seems kind of... It's not very long. Let's try it anyway. As I said, just giving it a go. Should we have 40 miles per hour on this entire section? That's probably the best option. So we'll start with these 2 tracks. Keep them straight. I'll figure out what to do with that 3rd one shortly. Start turning them in. I'm just trying to think that given the length, if a train ends up that long, it's going to be across this entire section. This has to be longer, surely. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get... We're not going to be able to get trains that long. Or that long, whatever it is. It's just... You just get one train just about in there. Okay. We won't break down anything just yet. Just going to feed it in at the moment. I think I could probably put this here without breaking down the fence, just to have an idea of where it goes. Oh no, of course the fence goes out that way. Hang on. That would make sense because this goes up an embankment, whereas this does not. So in a way, it would make sense to peel off from here. In a way, it would make sense to peel off from way before, but how am I going to do that? If I were to take path from here and then run that along here and then out, I suppose I could do that. That could work. I think that could work. I'm just trying to figure that bit out. Anyway, what I need to do after this is I really need a way to get some sort of connection, because as you can see there's no buildings here, so we really need to have some buildings. Will these buildings connect to a road? That's the question. Ah yes, these could. These ones certainly would, right. Let's just make it basic goods shed. Surely do they connect to roads? No, they don't. Does anything here connect to a road? Apparently not. Guess it's got to be these main... Here we go, large main building. Turn it that way? No, that way. Or a ramp. Just a ramp could work. Now let's go for a large building. How do I fit that on? I saw a really weird fitment there. There, I can see a really... What is that fitment? Okay, fine. I don't know what it's trying to do, so... Medium side building? Medium main. That's another one of those. That's no good. Let's put that in for now. It doesn't really sit how I want it to sit. I'd rather that was sitting... It's really not sitting the way I want it to sit. But, nevertheless, it will give me an opportunity to have a country lane put in. Passenger right, passenger's right. Passenger's right for what? There we go. So that has that country lane put in, which then allows us to be able to do whatever we need to here, and certainly we'll be able to get things to Berwick upon Tweed should we need to. The other thing is, I'm going to try and have to figure out how do I get... I suppose I could transport goods by... this is all going to change, because this yard may no longer be needed. If we have a yard here, I could peel that in this way and just go and there and that. No, let's leave this yard. Let's leave this yard and stop making things more difficult. So let's do that. Let's put some buildings in, because I think some buildings might look fairly good here. The question is, what kind of buildings? or goods. Maybe that would help. No. It's a yard. Quarry? No. Crane? Crane? Crane could work. That's important. How do I... Rails. Crane. Why are you so... Right, hook, bucket. Wait, where are you supposed to be? You're supposed to be on a platform, because that is... That makes it taller. Oh, that's no good. What do I do with this? Yep, that is no good. As nice as that looks, it doesn't work. Light box, no. Workmen, no. Station assets, no. School, police. I need to start putting these things in. I really need to start putting all of these things in. Yep, very much so. Speed cameras, no, but certainly this. Police car's way too modern. Has it actually got flashing blue lights? No. I thought that might have flashing blue lights for a second. Police, yeah. And a coat of arms. Yes, I will need to start looking at these sorts of things, but not right now. Fire stations. I didn't even know I had some of these things. Sometimes it's ridiculous that I have things that I have no idea. Local shops? What? Okay. Special effects? No. Generic 80s houses? No, we're not in the 80s yet. Oh dear, I've broken it. Yeah, let's not do high rises. Nor department stores. There's got to be something. Bus shelters? No. Okay, it's none of those. Could just be this. I mean, I could... I'll have to figure this out. A little... Yeah, why not? Guess I could just put a couple of these here. There we go. So it just looks like you've got something here. I will also paint the terrain. Gravel. That will do. Before that, remove all of this. And go back to the paint. So the reason I'm doing this is because this is going to give us the sort of where vehicles would go to stop. So this is going to be one part of a truck stop. This could be another part of a truck stop. So that is why I'm starting to build the distribution yard in such a fashion. Wait, that's changed. Is that just a new icon, or has that actually changed? Just a new icon. Well, I like the new icons. It makes it very easy to see what I'm doing. Right. What was I saying? And what was I doing? This is what I was doing. Ah, yes. After we've split away from here, I shall need to come over this side. I think the way we're going to have to do that is not like that, that's for sure. We will... Let's have... No. Stay. That's what I want. You keep doing that. And we'll follow it around Now we'll follow it around a little. Come on. There we go. And then let's have it peel off. Can we do that? Let's do that. But also, we're going to have another one come along this way. And this one needs to go up to these. Hold on, let me do this a little bit better. Let's just connect it, join it there. And then if we really wanted, we could do that across there. And another one goes across here. And that one connects in there, like so. Okay. Not entirely keen on that Y, but not entirely keen on this junction, to be honest. I think I want to redo that. That junction needs to be improved. Let's try again. Let's start with this one going up to there. Let's do that, and then have this one. Will it fit in that gap? It's supposed to. So if I have that go there, up to that point, and then, well, I guess it could do that. I wanted more of a, I wanted it to be more like that, really. I guess that isn't going to be possible. Okay. What's about if I push it further up? No. But what if I just did... If I do that and then just try and connect it? That works. In that case, take this one off. Do that. And then that's terrible. And then connect it. And let it continue over. Or let it do this. Hang on. There's a slight wobble there I'm not keen on. So let's have that be as straight as possible there. Let's let it be as straight as possible, and we'll sort it out after. Then let this one join onto that straight. And wait, too close. Connects up like that. Then I take this out. And that out, I guess. Maybe? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Also, since this is a distribution yard, could very well have, oh, don't do that, have something like this, just because you might have trains just parked up, or might need to park up a train to move other things out of the way. So that is what I'm thinking on this. Okay, let's now clear up, not paint, let's now clear up anything in the middle. And I think that's a good spot to end. So we have our well, I suppose we've got our basis of a distribution yard. I think that is very much a basis of a distribution yard. I'm looking for a train coming this way so that I could take a decent screenshot, but there does not seem to be one. Oh yes, one shall be coming along soon, I think. Wait, which one are you? Yes, the other one. So let's go ahead and look for a spot here. I think that could look decent. There we go. I think this is going to look pretty good once it's all filled in. And as time goes on, I think this will really grow. But it looks like an important position to have a distribution yard. As I said, it's near the middle of the map. If I end up with this having, what, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 platforms, further up another 5 platforms, all these trains coming in and out, this could become a very, very busy section of track. It means I would have to redo the whole other section of track. What it also means is that the coal on the opposite side, the coal mine, could change, and how that works could also be very, very different. I guess there's only one way to find out. In the next video, I am going to be continuing with this distribution yard. I'm going to try and extend it out to figure out how to get the tracks narrowing up again, and then on the opposite side where I was working, I am going to try and connect it to the main line, figure that out, and figure out the whole connection to Downham Market where the goods are, so that we can start feeding goods to other places via this particular yard. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports FIFA 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really, really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadget, LP for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me, and I'll see you next time in Transports FIFA 2, the UK modded series.